Hello everyone, welcome, namaste. My name is Jessica. I'm here for week 2 of prenatal yoga. I'm currently almost 16 weeks, so 15 weeks, 5 days, Monday. We'll hit my 4-month mark, so yay, that's exciting. Some energy is coming back a little bit, so it's really great. I'd like to hear in the comments maybe how far along you are and if there's anything that you'd like in addition to what you're seeing in the videos. Very open to feedback. We're indoors this week, so hopefully the sound's a little bit better. Might be able to hear me breathing more. It's a lovely change in my pregnancy. I tend to get a little short of breath, so if that happens to you, don't judge yourself, just kind of go with it as best as you can. Some helpful tools for today. Of course, have some water ready, a nice pillow, your bolster. You can even use like a couch cushion or a couch pillow. Those tend to, well, the couch pillows tend to be a little tougher, give you a little more support. Nice blanket or padding for your knees. And these are really nice too. A block or a stack or a chair, anything will help. If you want to continue or if you're interested, I'm going to put together a restorative class, which is going to deal with some prenatal massage, self-massage, if you're in your 2nd trimester. And I recommend the cork for that. It's nice and solid and sturdy. Absolutely worth it. Not like paid to say that. I just found that it makes a difference between this one and like the dollar store version. It's absolutely worth the investment. So today, again, we're going to keep it nice and easy. So if you want to kind of make your way down to the mat, we're going to start in child's pose. If you'd like to have your blanket down for your knees if they bother you, I'm actually going to move this. I don't really need it right now. Bring your knees as wide as your mat, your bottom to your feet, and slowly start to walk your way forward. I'm going to use a pillow, but you're welcome to bring your head all the way down to the mat. If you'd like to use your block or bolster, you can bring your forehead to that as long as it's resting. Try to keep your hips on your feet. I know some mine come up a little bit. If yours come up, that's okay. Just kind of pay attention to it. And start to pay attention to your breath. Notice the length and the quality, the sound. Let yourself become rooted into your mat, present for your practice today. Everything else can wait. Right now we're here, taking this time for ourselves to feel mentally and physically refreshed. Remembering that it's okay to refill our own wells before we can give to others. We have to give to ourselves. We are all so important. Take a few deep breaths into your back. See if you can feel your ribs and your spine expanding just with your breath. Really forcefully let it out. And clear the energy from the week from your body. Let it out.
Maybe give your forehead a little massage, rocking back and forth, really opening up the neck and massaging our forehead. And you go nice and slow or quickly, whatever your body's calling you to do. Just don't make yourself dizzy. Or you can stay still and be back with your breath. We are in no hurry today. But as you're ready and as it feels comfortable, we're going to make our way up to an easy seated position, crisscross applesauce. So again, here, if you'd like cushion, this is kind of where I'd like my cushion. Helps your hips or the bottom of your hips. If you'd like to, which is also nice for a seat, it brings your hips forward instead of tilting back like they all the time. So it does help them open. You know, a lot of people have tight hips, so it's perfectly natural. From here, we're going to do a new breathing technique. We want to make sure our nostrils are clear for this. Again, it's perfectly safe. You just want your airways clear as best as possible. So if you need to take a moment to grab a tissue, please, feel free to pause and do that. We'll be right here. Those that are ready. We're going to take our left hand and either place it down on our knee for grounding. If you feel like you've been up in the air all week and things like you can't seem to stay focused and things are a bit cloudy, I would recommend keeping your hand facing down. It's for grounding, feel rooted. If you've been feeling low on energy or maybe in need of some universal guidance or to connect with your intuition a little further, place your hand up to receive energy. With your right hand, I'm going to take our peace fingers. You can have them open or closed and place them on your third eye center, but basically between on your forehead, between your two eyebrows, wherever it feels natural for you, but also be able to reach your nostrils. So with your ring finger, you're going to kind of hover above your left nostril, and with your thumb, you're going to hover over your right nostril. And we're going to take a couple deep breaths to prepare, and then we're going to dive right into that, and we'll talk about it a little after. So take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, breathe it out. Inhale. And exhale. And cover your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through your left nostril. Cover your left nostril, open the right, exhale through your right. Cover your right, open the left, inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale. Close the right, open the left, inhale. Close the left, open the right, exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left, exhale. One more round, inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left, exhale. And you can bring your right hand down to match your left. And either up or down. So what we did was Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. Basically connecting the two hemispheres of our brain to calm ourselves and gain focus. Just notice how you feel now, how your breath is now. May not be different, maybe it is. Either way is perfectly fine. From here, we're going to talk about something that we can use throughout our practice and throughout our day. And this may be new, it may be not, but we're all ladies going through pregnancy for this practice. Maybe you're a beginner, so this might not necessarily apply to you, but we can all use a little empathy. So what we're going to do is work on our kegels. So that is the muscle that's responsible for helping us hold in our pee and strengthen our pelvic floor. So it basically feels like you're holding going to the bathroom. We always think of our muscles as our external, the things that we see and the things that we show, but there's so many inner workings that we can also kind of start to focus on and control. This will aid in the actual childbirth and postnatal. It'll help as well with recovery and making things more comfortable for you, less accidents. Hopefully, they still may happen. Again, no judgment, but we want to try to work and be healthy here. So, if we can picture our diamond, we're going to pull up and in with the internal muscles as best as we can. We're going to remember to breathe. Hold this for about 10 seconds, about 5 breaths. Keep squeezing, maybe a little tighter, exhale. 2 more breaths. One more breath, keep squeezing. And exhale, relax. You can come back to that throughout the practice, through any pose. You can do that even if it's a total of 1 minute throughout the day. It's going to help you in the long run. And we'll be practicing that and talking about it. I like to be open because everything that we're doing here is perfectly natural with our bodies. So there is no wrong answer with that. From here, we're going to bring our hands to our side, lift our chest, lengthen the spine. Inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling, sky. Maybe look up if you can. Exhale, bring your hands down to your side, nice and slow. Inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. Make sure we're keeping our shoulders down, so if you feel them raising, actively push those back down. Exhale, arms down. One more time, inhale, up to the sky. From here, hold, grab your right wrist with your left hand, reaching over to the left, lengthening the right side. You can drop the hand if that's easier. Like to engage your abs. Keep your hand up. But if you need a little help, you can drop it down. Just try not to hunch over. We want to keep our chest to the front. You look down if you're able, or you can look up into your other armpit. Inhale, back up to center, reaching. Grab the left wrist with the right hand, reach over to the right. Feeling the stretch in the left side body, looking up into your left armpit, or you can look down. And engage your abs, but really stretch on the left side is more important. So if you need to, you can drop your right hand or a little further reach. Again, just make sure we're keeping our shoulders pressed down. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, bring your hands down to our sides. From here, we're going to do a couple of shoulder rolls. Take it back. Breathing. Really go slow. So you can enjoy all those little snap, crackles, and pops that tend to happen. There's a lot of office. When you sit and spend a lot of time in a chair, these get really tight. Times to the back. One more. And we're going forward. Couple more times. One more time. Place your hands on your knees again or on the side and slowly lower your left ear to your left shoulder, creating length in your right side neck. If you'd like to engage that a little more, raise your arms up to your sides. Feel this more in the top of your arm, also in your neck, and if you'd like a further stretch in your shoulder, bring your elbow towards the front of your mat in front of the room. Take a couple breaths here. And listening to what our body is trying to tell us. Any messages it may be sending. From here, if your elbow is forward, drop it down. Release your arms, bring your head slowly back up to the center. Big breath in. Exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. If you like a deeper or different stretch, bring your arms up to the side. You should already feel a difference from when it's down. When it's up a little, probably feels different one side to the other. Just notice. And again, if you'd like to take that deeper, bring your elbow towards the front of the room. A few breaths here. Shouldn't feel any pain. So if you do, back out of it. If you feel a little uncomfort, that's okay. See if you can breathe through that. Deep breath. And exhale, if your hands are up, release into your side. Slowly bring your neck back to center. And if you're on a bolster, for this, I would recommend moving it so you're a little bit more even. We're going to bring our feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, seated butterfly. Grab our ankles, lengthen our spine. We're going to do a couple of seated cat-cows. So on your inhale, sorry, bring your chest forward. Try to keep that length in your spine. So if you don't move a lot, even if it's just little, as long as you're feeling it, bring your chest forward, looking up, really pushing open. Exhale. Push your belly button towards the back of your mat as best as you can. You can roll your shoulders forward here, dropping your chin. Inhale, bring your chest forward. Raise your gaze, drop your shoulders. Exhale, push back, belly button back, shoulders forward, rolling the spine, dropping your chin. Inhale, looking up, pushing the chest forward. Exhale, letting it go, pushing, rounding the back, rounding the spine, dropping the chin. And we're coming back to a neutral spine. I'm in the living room this week. My dog is starting to dream, so if you hear a couple sounds, I'm trying to make it better quality, but she's sleeping right now. So if you hear that, I apologize. She's hopefully dreaming a good dream. From here, do a little bit more hip opening. So let's drop our left hand behind our thigh, pushing down ever so gently. If you can go, if they're already there, it'll still create length. We're going to push down gently on the meat of our right. We're going to leave our joints alone. Push on the meat of your right thigh. Again, keeping forward. And look over to your left. Opening the hip. Try to make sure, if you feel your left side floating, to actively push that down. So if that means releasing this a little more, make sure you allow your body what it needs right now. Breathing, deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Slowly coming back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So place your right hand behind your right thigh. Your left hand on the meat of your left thigh, pushing down. Keeping our right side body on the ground. And if we're floating up, make sure to let go a little bit. Actively keeping our chest up and dropping our shoulders. Still breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing the pose, coming forward. Take a deep breath in, grab your ankles, or if you'd like to, walking forward, we're going to fold forward nice and slow. Give space for your belly. If you'd like to keep your hands on your ankles, you're welcome to do so, or you can walk them forward. If it's helpful for you here to have your bolsters or blocks, you can have that for your forehead. Breathing into our hips, should feel that right in the hinges, opening the hips.
Few breaths here. Maybe a smile. Maybe come back and remember your intention. Why we're here with our practice today. On your next inhale, slowly walk up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow.
Move your blocks out of the way.
We're going to take our right foot, kind of work with our ankle and our hips a little bit. Hold your leg like a baby as best as you can. So this is going to open up, again, your hinge right here. As best as you can, bring it as close to your chest as possible. Let's roll our ankle forward. So again, if you're here, and that's great, give yourself some patience, because even if you move up 1 millimeter, that's progress. This is the best. Just know where your body's at, what you need, and be patient with yourself. Wherever you're at is okay, as long as you're being safe. So we're going to tuck that leg baby in. And we'll roll our ankle forward. So we should be getting a stretch here. My ankles are already sore for some reason. They're not swollen, but wow. It's new. And roll it back, or do both directions. Ooh. Really milk those movements. We're going to rock our leg back and forth. So I know it seems quite silly, but it's kind of warming up your ligaments like rubber bands. So we don't want to make giant, crazy movements. Little movements back and forth. Just kind of warm it up and open them up. And it's fun to say leg baby. Here, we're going to drop our leg down nice and slow, and we're going to switch legs. Grab your other leg, baby, around the outside of your knee, and hook it under your arm, like so, and we're going to roll our ankle. Woo! Got pop on that one. Enjoy all those snap, crackles, and pops. They're okay. As long as it doesn't hurt, it may feel weird or maybe sometimes uncomfortable, but it's releasing something, so it's good. Go backwards. Try not to judge the sounds coming out of your body. It's fine. And then we're going to rock our leg, baby. You may even feel it in the joint on the ground. Just really loosening that up. And again, just be gentle with where you are. Small movements. We're opening our hips. Those might be sore too, depending on where you're at with your pregnancy. And if your belly is just letting you go here, it's totally fine. From here, we're going to slowly go over our leg and move to a tabletop position. Take a couple of cat-cows. So on your inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your hips. Only drop your belly as much as feels comfortable for you. This does feel different through our pregnancy. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone. Drop your chin, raise your spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, lowering the belly, lifting the hips, lifting the gaze. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, raising our spines to the ceiling, tucking our chin. This is actually a good position to give birth in. Inhaling, dropping the belly, moving with our breath. Exhale. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the hips, maybe starting to sway. Exhale. Taking a few more on our own. As you're ready, back your neutral spine. We're going to engage our core just a little bit, little activity. Plant your left foot, keep your foot flat on the mat. Just try not to tuck it. You'll have better balance if you can keep it flat. And lift your right leg straight, like you're trying to push against a wall behind you. Lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders, try not to sink into your shoulders. Already here, we are activating our abs and our core. If you'd like to take that further, you can lift your left hand like you're going to shake somebody's hand and roll your shoulder, plug it back in. If you wobble, that's okay. Remember to breathe. Two more deep breaths. And really try to reach and lengthen your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. And bring it in. Wag that out a little bit. Alright, we're going to do the other side. Just take a deep breath in. Push your left leg straight and back. Again, like you're pushing your foot against the wall. Try not to dump your weight into this hip. We're really lifting through our abs. Again, already engaging our core. If you have your foot flat on the mat, it will make a difference. If you'd like further challenge, reach forward, shake that hand, and roll your shoulder back. And again, we're breathing. Exhale. Two more breaths. Really reach, stretch the spine. One more. Stay for the exhale. Put your hand and your leg down, wag it out. From here, we are going to tuck our toes, lift our hips, push it back, straighten your legs, drop your chin. You want to look like a triangle. So try to push back with your shoulders so you're gazing at your knees or your thighs. Depending on what your belly lets you look at, maybe between your feet. A few breaths here. Remembering that we're strong. Lift your heels, looking forward, lift your bum, step or walk to the front of your mat, folding forward, legs wide. Dropping your head, releasing your neck. Maybe ragdoll, grabbing your arms or your opposite hands, ups, elbows. You can sway here. Or you can find stillness, whatever's calling to you. back to center. Inhale. One vertebrae at a time. All the way up. Bring your feet together, hands to heart center. And we're going to ground ourselves and reconnect with our breath. This is an active mountain pose. Pushing on your hands, tucking in your tailbone, lifting the chest. Feeling the mat with all four corners of our feet. Maybe shut your eyes. Noticing your breath. Remembering your intention. Take a deep breath in. Raise your hands up to the sky. Creating length, tall mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. If you need to bend your knees, like even if you're here, great, that's awesome. Eventually your legs will straighten, but you want to just take it a little bit at a time. And the main focus is releasing the tension in your back. Inhale, halfway lift, engage the back, looking forward. Exhale, plant the hands, and we're going to step right on back to plank pose or high push-up position. And take a couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, push backwards. So you're right in a down dog. From here, excuse me, lift your right leg to the ceiling. Here, here, here. Wherever you're at. This is not a competition. Exhale, bring your knee forward to your right elbow. Dropping, actually I should say your right wrist. Dropping your foot closer to your left hip and allow yourself to sink as low as your hip will get you. We're going to half pigeon. So if this is where you're at, stay here and really feel the stretch in your hip hinge. If your body allows you to lower forward, do so. If your tummy's in the way, you can scoot your foot forward, or you can bring the ground to you with your block or your pillow. And take a few breaths here, really opening up that hip. Breathing into that hip joint. See if you can relax the other muscles that you're not using, releasing that tension. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly walk up. Tuck your back toe. And lift your knee and your shin under your body to get yourself back up. Pushing back up, right in a three-legged dog. Take it as high as you can go. Exhale, bring it back down. Downward dog. Walk it out. Notice the difference between your right and left. Inhale, raise your left leg to the ceiling, back of the room, back of the mat. Three-legged dog. exhale, bring your knee to your left wrist, your foot to your right hip. Lower that back foot flat. And again, if here's where you're at, stay here. If you find your left hip floating up, then this is where you're at. And allow gravity to do that work for you. You don't want to force anything. So if you're here, stay here. If you're able to and willing, fold forward. If you need to create space for your belly, bring your foot up. That is a little bit more challenging though, so you may want to grab a bolster or pillow and bring the ground up to you. We're going to breathe here. Thoughts start to wander, come back to your breath. See if you can breathe into that hip joint. Maybe relaxing any of the other muscles that you're not actively using right now. Maybe one side feels tighter than the other. It's perfectly normal. Nothing to judge, just to notice. A few more breaths here. On your inhale, you're going to walk hands back up nice and slow. Lifting up, bringing our shin to create balance, tucking our back foot. And again, whoop, right back up. Three-legged dog as best as you can, as much as you can stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And bring it down. Walk it out. Bringing your knees, or your feet, to as wide as your mat. You can either step, kind of waddle your way up to the front, or you can hop, whoop, like frog, and bring your chest up. So if you need to be up a little more, do what you have to do. Open your chest. This is a goddess squat. Breathing again into your hips, evening that out, both sides. From here, we're going to bring our hands behind us. Bring our bottoms back to the mat. Bring our feet forward, staff pose. Inhale our hands up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. So if you need to bring your bolster or your pillow, here's a great spot for it. It can help release tension in your back without having to fold all the way forward. And you can make this as high as you need it to go, and it'll help with your back. If you are able to, take your peace fingers and grab your toes, rounding the back, expanding through your shoulder blades, dropping the head, remembering to breathe. You need to bend your legs, bend your legs. It's all okay. lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Bring slowly lower. Actually, bring your feet up and lower. If you already started, sorry. Engaging your abs. And we don't want to be flat on our back for too long. At this stage in our pregnancy, if you're still earlier, you will be fine. At 4 months, after 4 months, we don't want to lay on our back, flat on our back for very long. So bring your feet as close to your bottom as you can. Press your hands down next to your hips. Lift up with your hips. Tuck your chin. Lifting your hips to the sky, engaging your glutes. Breathing. Exhale, slowly lower. Bring your knees into your armpits. Lift your head, tuck your chin. Go back and forth a little bit. Drop your feet. We're going to do that one more time. Just bring your feet up. If wheel is in your practice, if you're experienced yogi, you're still welcome to do your practice as long as it feels safe and comfortable for you. Since this is for beginners, we're still just going to do bridge. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Engage your glutes, lift your hips as high as it can go. Tucking your chin to your chest. Remembering to breathe, feeling it in our quads and our glutes. Exhale, slowly lower, take your feet as wide as the mat and drop them in. Do wind child to wiper your knees back and forth. From here, grab the outside of your foot with your hands. Bring your knees to your armpits for happy baby. You should feel pretty good after our hip opening day. You're rocking back and forth, massaging your spine. You can feel free with playing with your legs, like dropping them, stretching them. Maybe one, maybe both, whatever feels good. Bring them together. Allow your movements to be organic. Allow the thinking part to just go, just whatever feels good. It's perfectly good. Take any final movements you'd like before Shavasana. A little more happy baby, a little more rocking. To prepare for Shavasana in pregnancy, you have a couple of options. You can bring the pillow or bolster to your left side. And lay on your left side. You can take child's pose. Pillow or on the ground. We're slowly going to shut our eyes, relax into this pose, take space, be as comfortable as possible. We did something good for ourselves. We deserve this time. Even if it's just a couple minutes, just relax. time to see if we can let go things that no longer serve you, your higher purpose. Now's the time to connect your mind with your baby, mind with the body. Just listening to your breath. Let your body feel heavy, sink into the mat, sink into the pillow, take up space. If you're able to stay in Shavasana longer, please feel free to do so. If you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to the room. And you take some small movements, wiggling your fingers, your toes, and those ankles. And we're gonna slowly, very much no hurry whatsoever, make our way back to an easy seated position. And keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Straighten the spine. Maybe bring your head up to the ceiling and your hands to your heart center. And I'd like to close today with the sound of Om. And this is easier if you're home alone. And it's Bob Ross bravery test, but my baby loves it when I Om. Basically, you're creating a sound of oneness that vibrates through your whole body. You should feel it in your belly, in your chest, in your throat. It's the sound of unity. Or you can just listen to me. It's not a requirement. Something just to notice. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale. Inhale. The goodness in the light in me sees the goodness in the light in you. so much gratitude for you to take the time to practice with me today. Gratitude for yourselves for doing something good for yourselves and replenishing your mental health wells. And healthy mom, healthy baby. Raising our hands to our third eye, forehead. Namaste. Thank you all again so much for sharing your practice with me today. Again, if you have any questions, feedback, comments, requests, I am open and available. You can reach me here. You can message me on Facebook. I am in a few different groups, Witchy Moms or 42 Art Universe. Feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help and I love giving back some peace. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.